Hey, how's it going? It's Boomer from Sugarbombed, and today I'm going to tell you what we know so far about Battlefield 1. Setting. Battlefield 1 is set during World War I, also known as the Great War, which started in 1914 and ended on the 11th of November 1918, which is now known as Remembrance Day. This was the first war to introduce tank combat, advanced chemical warfare, aerial combat, and many other tactics, strategies, and technologies that changed the world as we know it. World War I has multiple theatres of war, ranging from Africa, Arabia, the invasion of German colonies by Australians in the Pacific, Eastern Front, the Balkans, Palestine, Israel, and most significantly, the Western Front. Gameplay. This is where stuff gets interesting. According to sources including Level Cap, Westy, Jack Frags, and Matimo, we're seeing the return of the Medic class. The only classes they've confirmed so far is the Assault class, which has SMGs, Medic, which have semi-auto, Support, which has light machine guns, and Scout, which has sniper rifles. So we're seeing the return of the Medic class. Now, all the classes items will fit the era, so if you play as Medic, you won't have access to a defibrillator, you'll have access to a needle, and of course a medkit. According to Westy on the live stream, we'll be able to command ships again. The only confirmed ship so far is the Battleship, which has devastating firepower, but it's a big target. Apparently he can use this on coastal maps, so he can bombard the enemy. We're not sure if Westy confused the battleship with a dreadnought, so it could be a dreadnought, but it's most likely that you're commanding a battleship. According to sources, there'll be more destruction than Battlefield 3 and 4, and it'll be more similar to Bad Company 2. However, they've had to limit it, so they don't want players being able to destroy the whole map. So we're seeing high levels of destruction, pretty similar to Bad Company 2, and more so with possibly Levolution events that have not confirmed if there's going to be Levolution events. And it's going to be very, very similar to Bad Company 2, but they've had to limit it because players would get too extreme with the destruction, which is a shame in my eyes, but still it looks like it's going to be fun. According to Jack Frags, there are now dedicated vehicle classes, so if you spawn into a tank, you're solely a tank driver. This also might change what equipment you have, so you might only have a pistol or maybe a submachine gun. Also, because in World War I, paratroopers were invented, their parachutes were very, very rare. It's very unlikely that you'll be able to parachute out of a plane. This hasn't been confirmed, but it's highly likely. There are also being placements similar to Battlefield 3 and 4, except much more, I guess you could say, heavy. So if you're in a trench map, you'll be able to use a heavy machine gun. So this could be a very, very powerful position to defend a cap or attack another cap. According to other sources, especially on Reddit, there will be a persistent squad system where you can travel server to server together with your squad. So now if you play on one server and you're like, the server's dead, it's not the gameplay mode I'm in, I don't want to play hardcore, I don't want to play normal, you can go, okay, let's quit and join this server. So no longer will you have to, all 5 of you go into a server, try and link up, fail linking up, etc. So now you can stay on the same team, go into another server, and you're all good. That's of course if you have any friends to begin with. Locations. So far there's no confirmed locations. However, from the trailers we can make some educated guesses. First off, there'll be combat in Belgium and France, if that wasn't pretty obvious. All the scenes so far are from northeastern France, but we haven't seen eastern France yet, which is primarily defended by French troops. Think of Verdun, for example. From the trailer, we've also seen that Arabia will be heavily featured, and the Alps of Italy will also be heavily featured in possibly single player and multiplayer. In this screenshot, however, we see a coastal location that doesn't really fit the terrain of northern France and Belgium, so it could be Gallipoli or the Dardanelles campaign. I'm being hopeful here because there weren't that many naval invasions in World War I, especially if you take out the naval invasions in the Pacific, which were very limited, because there were very limited troops defending the colonies and very limited troops invading those colonies. So hopefully this is the Dardanelles, specifically Gallipoli, and we'll see some action there, because there's no, as I said before, there's not many naval invasions during World War I, and the terrain does fit Western Turkey and the Dardanelles very well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and don't forget to head over to sugarbombed.com. There's a link in the description below. We have multiple forums discussing multiple games. So if you want to discuss Fallout 4, we have a forum for that. If you want to discuss Battlefield, we have a forum for that. So be sure to check out sugarbombed.com, and Sugarbombed 2.0 is just around the corner. If you want to know more about Sugarbombed 2.0, click on the annotation and there's a video describing what's new with Sugarbombed 2.0. This has been Boomer from Sugarbombed, signing off.